ruined for you somehow?
No.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I remember someone at work talking about it a long time ago when it first ended, and
It's just kind of.
yeah.
I don't want to say too much, but it's just a disappointment a little bit.
I think it was like a little out of character, some of the stuff that was happening, and
I've heard rumors that it'll come back.
That's what I was going to
but
bring
I
up
don't
too.
know.
Yeah.
I heard that they were gonna give what's his sister's name, Deb or something
Yeah.
like that. That she was gonna get a spin-off, like
well,
don't get into
yeah.
why or how that could happen, but that's what I've heard.
I know they have. I don't know if it's still going, but there's a Marvel comic series for Dexter as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like how they do with Buffy.
Like
and-
filling in the gaps of in between seasons and stuff, which is interesting. I haven't really checked it out, but I've seen some of the artwork and
I don't think
it's
I've seen
awesome.
that. That's pretty interesting.
Especially that Marvel's doing it. It's
Yeah.
strange, but cool.
I really like the show because throughout the whole, at least through all that I've watched, they have when he's doing stuff or just throughout his whole life or his whole daily routine, he has this inner monologue about like what's gonna happen. Like if someone,
The Dark Passenger.
yeah, someone
as they
brings
say.
up something, he's like, oh crap, are they gonna find out who I am? Am I gonna have to kill this person or whatever? But
I think that's the charm of the show. That's what draws
then I
people
like
in.
his
Is what he's
whole-
really
yeah.
thinking.
his whole his dad's ghost or whatever, the figment of his imagination
Yeah.
that he keeps on seeing. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I like that aspect.
I saw that show first because I saw it on Showtime. I probably started watching it a few seasons in, but one of the main reasons I started to watch that was because he. I had first seen that actor on 6 Feet Under, which is on HBO.
Yeah.
And he's not like on every episode, but he is one of the main characters, and I thought he was good, so I figured like, well, let me check out Dexter, because in 6 Feet Under he is kind of like this like troubled guy, like he's like ashamed of himself and he's not quite comfortable. He does a good job pretty much at like being this guy who doesn't really know himself.
Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, Michael C. Hall. And so I figured, like, I'll check out Dexter, and I really do like it. It's very different from his role in 6 Feet Under,
Yeah.
and he is, like, a theater actor, so you can clearly tell that he's, like, he really dives into, like, his character and stuff. And he's a good actor.
And he, throughout some part of this Dexter series, he didn't he have cancer or didn't he beat it or something?
He did. I think it was during like 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
I don't know what type of cancer. At some point too, he married
His sister,
his sister,
the actress.
the actress. Oh, I forget her name. She was in quarantine. You told me that.
I forget.
I forget her name as well. It's Jennifer something.
I don't know.
No, I don't.
I'm not even
sure.
gonna try.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but he married her and then like got a divorce, and they were still both in the show. So,
And there was speculation that it's because of Julia Stiles, and it's because she jumps on season 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got cancer.
Wait, the sister from the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Not
like
in
his
real
real
life.
sister. I'm like, I don't think I like this show anymore.
Never mind.
Deborah.
I don't. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna take this off my list. Can I delete this?
I don't recommend it.
Thumbs down. No, okay. Not word anymore. Continue. I don't know what you're saying. I was thinking about that whole time.
I don't remember.
The love interest.
Julia Stiles, you said, came in and...
Oh, yeah, that he got cancer, he beat it, like you said,
Okay.
and then he went into remission. But as far as I know now, he's okay.
Okay.
That's sad. It kind of makes me feel like, shit, well, we're all going to die, because if a healthy motherfucker like that gets cancer or whatever, just like, we're just all fucked.
Yeah.
Kind
Oh,
of.
definitely.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
So for my recommendations, I'll start off with our buddy Chris Pollock. He's kind of a silent partner in this now. But he wanted me to give a shout out for the 40th anniversary re-release of Close Encounters of the Third Kind for all you sci-fi fans out there. I think it's like worldwide, but in San Diego, if you guys are local, you can catch it at this weekend at Grossmont, which will be screening it in their biggest house, which is like the huge theater.
Big theater.
Yeah, and I think it'll only be in theaters for like about a week. So if you guys are interested in that, or you like that film, or you want to see it for the first time, I would definitely check that out from our buddy Chris. For my film recommendation, or one of them, this week, I want to talk about The Fighter, which is a contemporary boxing film. It has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. It came out in 2010. It's starring Christian Bale, Mark Wahlberg, and Amy Adams. It's about two brothers struggling to keep their bond through boxing, but as one struggles with an addiction, things get a little heavy.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's a true story, right?
Yeah, but yeah. My next film recommendation is Horns.
Oh, it's a good one.
I love
That's
that
a good one.
movie.
It has a 41 on Rotten
You
Tomatoes.
should not
Fuck you,
have
Rotten
that.
It came out in 2013. It's starring Daniel Radcliffe. It's about after a man's girlfriend is killed, he soon awakens with horns and supernatural powers. He then goes after the killer.
It's so
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I watched it with my sister. We just like didn't know anything about it. We were like, let's just check it out. It's Daniel Radcliffe. Like, he's great, of course. And we were like traumatized for a few days. Like, what did we just watch? Like,
Because it goes so far.
it does. It just goes there. There's no time where you're like, it's not gonna happen. No, it's like gonna happen, and you're gonna see it. So I thought it was good.
It's great, and it does a good job of being unpredictable.
I did not know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, and I like when films are able to still, I feel like as a society we're so desensitized to a lot of things. So when they can still get you to that point,
They
I
get
think
you.
it's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
So check out Horns. Is that still on Netflix?
Yeah, I think so. Is it?
I'm not sure. I watched it maybe like a year or two ago. It was on Netflix, but I'm not sure.
Actually, I like this so much. I have it on Blu-ray.
That's awesome.
So ask Wesley to borrow if you haven't seen
Yeah, I'm like the Blockbuster. If you guys want to hit me up.
$1 a day. Late fees apply.
I feel like nobody collects movies anymore. I know this guy does, and that's why he's sitting with us doing this podcast.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I just realized that all my movies are like stoner movies. I was like, how do I just have like movies about people like getting high, being high, like it's all good. They're still good movies.
Because you're a stoner.
Because you're a closet stoner.
No.
No, to answer your question, it's not on Netflix anymore.
Oh,
I just
What
checked.
a
Bummer.
bummer.
oh well. Go out and try. It can't be that much. I think it's like at Target for $5. or
Probably.
something.
Man, just hit up Wesley.
Yeah.
$1 a day.
I'll give you. So, without further ado, do you guys want to jump into our discussion
Yeah,
for
let's
this
do it.
episode? It was Green Room. To answer Tim's question, it came out in 2015, but because this is an indie picture, it took about a year to surface for us, at least in the U.S., so it came out just last year. 2016. It was released by A24, if you guys are familiar with them.
Yeah.
They've done films like Free Fire, The Witch, pretty much like everything. The new one, the one with Joel Edgerton.
Into Darkness. When it.
No,
You guys talked about it.
When darkness.
no, it's
So many dark movies.
when
You guys had
it comes
just-
at night.
It comes at night. There you
You
go.
guys had just talked
Yeah.
about this.
Anyway, A24, check them out. They're a cool studio, and this film has a 90% on Rotten, which is pretty
okay.
cool. Yeah.
Oh,
The summary, or what I gather from it, is after accidentally witnessing a murder within a neo-Nazi-owned music venue, the members of a punk band must fight their way out at any cost.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's starring the late Anton Yelchin, R.I.P., Imogen Poots, I guess is how it's pronounced, and Sir Patrick Stewart.
Oh, bummer.
Do you guys want to discuss the film before we do Swan Facts, or you want to do the Swan Facts first? It's up to you guys. You guys are the guests of honor, so you could pick.
I'll let Tim pick.
I love me a good Swan Fact.
Oh, yeah.
I went a little crazy with these because I love this movie so much, but I have a lot for
Right on, please.
Okay, so most of the film is a mixture of real-life situations as director Jeremy Saulnier and a lot of the crew came from a punk rock background.
I can see that.
The film is based in Portland, Oregon. The film starts off as very atmospheric and then later on gets very, very claustrophobic, if you guys noticed. The director considers this piece a thriller action film. Because for some reason a lot of people they throw it in the horror genre, and so I thought that was interesting. But the Nazis in the film are meant to be seen as victims themselves, as they basically are ruled by Darcy. Their ideology is what keeps them in, but really it's kind of empty. And this leads me to something that I thought was very, very interesting, is that this is kind of like, because the band themselves are white, so it's like, so how come all of a sudden, white pride is thrown out the window once it doesn't benefit you? So it's like, so your whole culture is bullshit or whatever.
Right,
you don't really believe it because you'll take them out just like anybody if it benefits you. And, if you, they consider these guys a loose end. Right. And so it's like, you don't really care about race.
I think racist people stop caring about whoever they're backing up, if that person or people say something against it. So, for example, when they cover that Dead Kennedy song,
yes,
that kind of just establishes okay, yes, you guys are white, but you guys aren't like us, so we're not going to treat you with that same respect as with someone that
because
is.
They don't feel so they've already established that they don't have those same views. Okay.
Yeah, I think if they would have been, had they not sang that and just played, I think maybe they would have been they're one of us. Maybe, I don't know. But because they had established that hey, we don't have your same ideals, they're not even on the same plane,
Okay,
so,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's what I love about this. I feel like it's such a simple idea, but the layers as you peel them back are very complex, and you can kind of sit and analyze this for a very long time. But okay, moving on. So writer-director Jeremy Saulnier tried to write the scenario and the deaths that follow very honestly, which is why they feel so fast and unexpected throughout. The quietest performance to date for Sir Patrick Stewart in this film. So it's basically he's very has this a low temperament, and he doesn't ever do anything or kind of be I'm this crazy badass or anything. He really just tells people what to do, and he's in the background the whole time, and that's what makes him kind of scarier. I feel and more intimidating, which is super interesting. This was Anton's last feature film to be released before his untimely death on June 19th, 2016. R.I.P. once again. The stance taken on the art for the film, or the poster art for the film, is referring to the Clash record London Calling, where bassist Paul is smashing his bass. I don't know if you guys saw that.
The machete.
Yeah. I thought that was rad.
That is cool.
The war paint used at the end of the film was inspired by Schwarzenegger movies Commando and Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's awesome.
The end where the pit bull doesn't attack the two surviving characters is to symbolize the misconceptions of that breed. That's the end of my Swan facts, but I wanted to say I thought that was really cool that they did that with the pit bull at the end, because me and my sister actually rescued a pit bull, and he's an amazing dog. He's super friendly, and his temperament is amazing, and he's never done